The right is fighting to preserve the old Lebanon, in the belief that if they lose, their country will cease to exist. For them, Lebanon is a Western outpost in an Eastern world. They are proud to be Lebanese, not Arab, and they will fight to the end to defend their faith. We're on the front line here, that's right?
Yes, this is one of the main positions on the front line, facing the villages of...
Dany Chamoun is commander of one of the two main militia groups which is fighting to strengthen the front line of the right.
And we control the ridge over there, this rocky ridge, all the way up to the clouds. They have control of the hills on the other side and the clouds up there. There's a ski resort.
And you control between here and there?
That's right, yes.
But with the odds against you, can you in fact hold on?
Well, we'll hold on as long as we can.
What do you need to be able to hold on?
We need a lot of support from outside. We need munitions, financial support and things like this. They're forthcoming, we're not worried.
The ceasefire here really doesn't mean anything at all, does it?
Well, it does in a sense, but the firing that you hear now is only because the enemy is trying to improve their positions.
But you're trying to improve yours as well?
We're also trying to improve ours.
Yes. How much hope do you have that the ceasefire is going to last and to produce the kind of Lebanon in which you believe?
That's your answer. They're answering your question.
These men belong to the Phalangist party. They are middle class and educated. They know they're outnumbered, know they can't win, but they fight for the right with the same dedication as their enemy fights for the left, and they will die in the same certainty that their cause is just.
Every single fighter we have is a volunteer. They're not getting paid. You can see their clothes are in rags. They finance themselves. They purchase the guns themselves, and they're fighting for a strong belief. And this is why we're being able to hold up against such tremendous odds.
What are their normal jobs? Can you go along the line and explain?
The gentleman here is a ladies' hairdresser. The chap next to him is an air conditioning technician. He manufactures handbags. The one next to him is a student, and the gentleman with the binoculars is a student.
He's a student too?
Yes.
Could you ask, perhaps the ladies' hairdresser first of all, what is he fighting for?
من أجل شو عم بتحارب أنت؟
عم أجي من أجل لبنان ووطنيتي. لا ما بدناش أعداء هون بلبنان، وكل واحد بخرب هون بلبنان بدنا نعدم.
He says that he's fighting for Lebanon, for the Lebanese principles, and everybody who tries to destroy Lebanon, he's going to fight.
Could you ask the two students at the end, either of them, what do they regard as the enemy that they're fighting? Who is the enemy?
أنتو كتلاميذ بده يعرف مين برأيكم العدو بهالمعركة هيك.
العدو كل واحد عم بيخرب بهالبلد، كل واحد مرده مصلحة كمان.
يعني مين برأيك أنت؟
اليسار الدولي برأيي أنا.
اليسار الدولي ومين عم بيغذي اليسار الدولي؟
ليبيا.
In his mind, the enemy is world communism, and the left being financed by Libya.
How do you regard the role that the Arab world has played in this?
Well, as military men, we have no opinion about the rest of the Arab world, but as Lebanese citizens, we find that we've been tremendously let down by our Arab brethren and the Arab countries. That Lebanon has poured so much brain power into their development. Engineers, doctors, technicians have always been supplied by Lebanon for the development of the rest of the Arab world. And I find it's an absolute lack of gratitude on their part that the country which has given so much towards the development and progress of the Arab world has now been completely neglected on a misjudgment of the actual situation here. If Lebanon falls to the left, then they're really in trouble.
The war is not just about religion, not just about class, for the right has a special enemy amongst the left. For the right, the enemy is the 300,000 Palestinian refugees who live in the Lebanon and help fight the left's war.
What is the future of Lebanon? The future of Lebanon depends on the presence of Palestinian armed organizations here. As long as they are here, I doubt if there is going to be peace in Lebanon.
Do you see that your war is a war against the Palestinians rather than a civil war? Are you saying that?
It has never been a civil war. The truth is that there will be the armed Palestinian organizations in Lebanon will be a permanent threat for peace and security, for the peace and security of Lebanon.
Many people are wondering if you plan to move the Palestinians completely out of western Beirut.
Well, it's not the turn now of West Beirut. It's too early to say what will be the next target. But there is a fact that the final target is to have one Lebanon free and clean of any foreign political and military presence. If they would like to stay in Lebanon, they may be welcome, but not as a political force or as a military force.